How's it going, boys? We back. And before we get started, subscribe, like, share. Definitely subscribe. Definitely like. Definitely share. Like I tell you guys, I'm going to keep on telling you guys. I talk about a lot of cool shit. So, help me run my numbers up. And today, I got some little something special planned. I'm a big fan of Colin Cowherd, and I'm a big fan of sports. That's why I watch him. And he has a segment on his show, on the Herd, and basically he does a where Colin was wrong and where Colin was right. And I do a lot of predictions, and I do, talk a lot of shit, and, I have a whole bunch of theories, and I don't mind to be wrong. Like SM Pratt says, I got two balls and neither of them are crystal, so I'm gonna be wrong, a lot. And I can't predict the future, so, a lot of times it's just me predicting, mainly predicting. I wanted to go ahead and, start the show up, take a little something from Uncle Colin. And basically, I'm gonna do where Brozky was right and where Brozky was wrong. And bam, let's get right into it. I'm kind of excited because, I don't know, I feel like I'm 60-40. And I don't know, this kind of proves to me that I'm 50-50 on my predictions. So it's kind of cool. But let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. Comment down below if you guys want me to do another one a couple weeks down the road, maybe like 3 months from now. Definitely had fun making my notes for this one. So let's get right into it. So where I was right, Fusion Strike. I had predicted that it was going to be a Frankenstein set that was going to have, the alternate art, VMAX, Empoleon, and Gengar. I had also predicted that it was going to have, VMAX, Espeon, and I had predicted it was going to have all the leftover alternate arts and or cards in general from the past few sets from Chilling Rain, Battle Styles, and more or less Chilling Rain and Evolving Skies. I had predicted it was going to be kind of just, a big clusterfuck of, cards, which is good. It's completely fine. It's, it's a really good set. I'm really excited to open it. I'm not downplaying it at all. It is a really good set. But I was definitely right that it was going to be a Frankenstein set. And there was going to be basically a leftover set. Now, to where I was wrong. I definitely was wrong that I thought it was also going to have alternate art, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. It didn't. It doesn't. They were put in their own little pen boxes, their own, special collection boxes, which I'm not mad that I was wrong about that, but I was wrong. I had said that it was going to be in the set, and it wasn't. So they are getting their own product line, their own collection box, which is awesome. I'm really happy they are, because it's kind of gonna make it easier but harder to get depending where you're at, what city you're in, or your connections are. But I was wrong about that. But part 2 of that is that I had also made a super bold prediction that they were going to make an alternate art of Rillaboom and Cinderace, the single strike and rapid strike version of them. Or Rapper Strap, whichever one it was. You guys know what I'm talking about. I had predicted that they were going to get an alternate art just so they can, have the whole set. Because they already have Empoleon alternate art. I just had predicted, I was like, you know what? They're not going to just make Empoleon and leave out Cinderace and Rillaboom. And they did. As you guys saw the leak this week, that's where I saw that, Espeon was for sure going to be in the set. Somebody had released pictures of the ETB, little booklet. The very first thing I looked for was the Rillaboom and Cinderace in there. And the alternate art definitely wasn't there. The alternate art for Celebi and Sandaconda was, and so were, Gengar and Napoleon. But Rillaboom and Cinderace, they definitely didn't get one. That was kind of like a bold prediction just because we never get anything before Japan. And if we would have, that would have been kind of like unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? So I was out of pocket for even trying to predict that. But I went ahead and predicted it just because I was like, there's no way they're not going to give it to him. But they actually didn't. Which kind of makes sense because, and the Shining Fates, they only gave Shiny to Rillaboom VMAX. At like, a proper full VMAX Shiny. They did do baby Shinies of all three of them, but as far as VMAXs, they only give it to Rillaboom. So they have left them out. I just thought it was wild if they did it again. But nevertheless, I was wrong. So let's do another one where I was right. The Arceus set. I definitely predicted that the Arceus set was going to be coming next year. I had predicted that it was going to be Arceus set in January, February, around there. Then the second main set was going to be the what's called Diamond and Pro sets. And then I had predicted that the last two sets were going to be like a refined version of those two, kind of like the expanded version of those two, which I'm still holding my guns on those. I might do later where I was wrong with those two. But for sure, the Arceus set, that's the next set that's coming after this, what's called Fusion Strikes. So, Arceus set, be on the lookout. I definitely was right about that. And part 2 of that is V-Star. I definitely was right about V-Star. I had predicted it was going to be kind of like the mechanic that was going to take over for VMAX. The only thing I had banking on that was because Sinnoh, they don't have Dynamax. So I was like, they are going to continue something that evolves from a V Pokemon because they kept it in the name. But it was going to have to be something else. And V-Star kind of makes sense. As of right now, we've only seen Arceus V-Star. I'll put them up right here in case you guys haven't. But I kind of got the gist. It has, 280, 290, which I think that's going to be kind of normal. VMAXs have 300 plus, but because, if you guys understand the lore, VMAXs are giant Pokemon, so they're going to have a lot of HP. But V-Stars, they're going to be, stronger Vs, basically, is what I imagine. And basically, stronger Vs with stronger attacks or stronger abilities, or more useful abilities, TCG-wise. But overall, I was right. I was right, that it was going to be that. I even made like a little fake template of Pokemon, Arceus V-Star, and I think even that was pretty close. Now, where I was wrong, BMX Climax, I was just wrong. I had imagined that it was going to be like that BMX Climax was going to be like a Shiny Star V-type set where it had a Shiny Volt in it, and it doesn't. I should have known because Pokemon is leaning towards character cards and, what's called alternate art cards. I should have known that they were going to kind of, keep on catering to that. But everybody loves Shinies. Everybody. Shiny Fates did ridiculous numbers. It's a huge set still. You know what I'm saying? People still love opening up Shiny Fates if they can get a hold of it. I just thought, they were going to keep on doing it. Shiny Fates 0.3. But I definitely was wrong. They're leaning more to like character and alternate cards. As of right now, I think they would have already addressed it if they did have Shinies. So I can almost say I guaranteed I was wrong. The only thing I was right about VMAX Climax is that they are going to reprint different versions of really playable cards, like both the Urshifus. As you guys have already seen, what's called Rayquaza and Duraludon, and then both the horses. You're going to be able to pull the main VMAXs from the last 4 sets in this set. And some of them are going to have alternate cards, like you guys have seen on that Rayquaza. Basically, instead of him facing this way, he's facing that way. Same artist, same everything. They're just, facing a different direction. If they do that with the other ones, I'm pretty sure that's kind of going to be the same deal. Like Shadow Horse is facing this way. They're probably going to face them that way. Same thing with Ice Rider, you know, they're probably just gonna flip them around. That's the only part I would say I was even right about BMX Climax, but overall, definitely was wrong. I honestly am sad that I was wrong about that one because I love shiny Pokemon. I love shiny fades, hidden fades. They're awesome sets. If they would have kept on going them, you know, taking them, I think that would have been more ideal. And just include the alternate arts in there too, or those character cards, because you know people love them too. They could have put those in the regular hit slot, and then still have a shiny Volt. I don't think that's that's crazy. I think that would have definitely worked out, but they didn't do it, so it's okay. But to kind of wrap this thing up, boys. As we're recording this video, I am officially at 250 subscribers, and I definitely do want to, set a couple seconds aside and definitely thank you guys. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. This is a very small amount. I understand. There's probably some that they're going, oof, 250. But for me personally, I appreciate y'all. I love recording. I love opening up packs in front of the camera. I love just talking shit. Really, I really do. And the fact that there's 250 people that, are subscribed to me and that I get views on those videos that I post, that's crazy. Of course, I only average about 20 views, but there's 20 people out there that give a shit to click in and see what I'm talking about. And I appreciate you guys, for real, I do. As far as my newer people that are just now checking this video out, hey, go ahead and subscribe. This is kind of my vibe. It's kind of casual, you know what I'm saying? But to wrap things up, let me do another celebrations pack real quick. I'm gonna do a couple extra codes too, so stay tuned for those after I open up the pack. Just because I recently found myself with a lot of extra codes. Just because even though I do like opening up packs on camera, I definitely have been catching myself opening up a lot off camera. So nothing on that one, and Professor's Research to wrap this thing up. But boys, there's that code, and let me give you guys a couple more. There's another one, and let me give you guys some regular ones. Battle styles, can't go wrong with battle styles. And then another battle styles. But boys, like I said, definitely do appreciate you guys. And let me know if you guys have caught me slipping before. And if you guys have, call me out so it can be my next where Brozky was wrong. But alright, boys, we out.